Okay, I got the original motor back in the diffuser grill model since I fixed the motor that was in that other one. As you can see, it's been spliced in, or I just used the crimp connectors that are heat shrink as well. And I ran out of crimp connectors and just soldered this one and put heat shrink tubing over it. So yeah, this is the original motor and the original fan. This would have had the diffuser grill. I do have the grill, but it's broken unfortunately, and I have the back grill as well. This blade right here, it's fine on medium and low, but if you turn it up to high, it vibrates quite a bit. So I had to actually put two of these shelf clips on it to balance this one, to get it to where it's like acceptable. So you might be able to notice somebody used a brush and put house paint on these blades. That's might be contributing to the imbalance a little bit, because it's kind of just slopped down there in some areas. But you know, it runs now. This is probably only going to be like a garage fan or a fan that I use when I'm alone, because the motor has a very loud cyclic hum due to the fact that that rotor is imperfect. Here's the window fan. So let's start it up on high. It's vibrating a lot. Medium. So you can hear all that racket coming from the motor. It's not being caused by the washers or anything like that. There's plenty of washers in there. The felt washers are in good shape. The bearing is in good shape. It's just that imperfect rotor. Like, yeah, you cannot use this in a bedroom. I mean, I could, you know, personally, but if I'm sleeping with somebody else, then I'm sure they're not going to appreciate that very much. I mean, you can kind of see how that rotor is sort of out of round as it's spinning in there. So that's what's causing that cyclic hum. But I'm going to put the back grill back on, and I'm going to try and fix that diffuser grill, because I'd like this thing to look as original as possible. I'm still going to use it regardless of the motor noise. So, and this is also the one with the defective rotor. This shaft actually moves independently of the rotor in and out. Luckily, it it spins the blade still, so it's not broken that way. But you can just sort of push this back and without the rotor moving, and the shaft will actually move in. So that's a problem. But most of the time, it seems to be okay. It's still in there pretty far. It didn't really push itself out while it was running, so that's good. Now on to this Air King 9218. It needs a repair, and I'll show you what in just a second. Here is the Air King 9218. I found this on eBay, new in box. It's pretty much perfectly balanced, which, well, the blade is reversing a little bit, but it doesn't shake, so that's all I care about. It's one of these ball bearing motors. It's a 1.8 amp PSC motor. There's our capacitor, and you'll notice the wire for medium speed is just kind of sitting here. It's because it ripped out, because this back housing decided to just fall off one night. Probably because the little connectors that the screws go through, or these studs that the screws go through, broke. So this just, as you can see, there is the end of one of them on there. There's two of these, one right there as well. So this can be fixed, but I need longer screws, so I'll definitely be fixing this. I'm kind of upset about this. The medium, because medium does not work. I'll show you how to turn it on high. That's working. Turn it to medium. Now it's just coasting. And low. Speeds up. So yeah. This definitely needs to be fixed, because that's really annoying. Okay, the wiring issue is taken care of. It's back in where it's supposed to be, so this thing should run on medium now. Let's find out. Here's medium. Yep, it's working. Cool. Now just to take the grill off and the blade and get some longer screws. Here's one thing that's kind of stupid about this fan, is that when you take these two screws off, it disconnects from the stand, which is really annoying. But at least we're into it now, so I'm going to take the grill off and we'll take the blade off. Blade is taken off. That was pretty easy. It was not stuck on there at all. So now I'm going to take these. Well, one of them is missing. I'm going to take this screw out. I'm going to replace these with longer screws. Alright, I got much longer screws in now. There are actually 3 of them that needed to be done. They're not the right kind of screws, but you know what? I don't care, because that's what was laying around and I didn't have to pay for anything, so that's good. So the back should be nice and tight now. Alright, so I will put this back together and show it running. Alright, it's all put back together now. This is nice and tight, it's not going anywhere. Now let's turn it up. I want to actually get the amp draw when it's going up to high, so let's turn it on high. Oh shit, almost fell over. Alright, here, hang on a second. Alright, it's all put back together now. This is on nice and tight, it's not going anywhere. All speeds are working. So let's go ahead and start it up on high. I want to get the amp draw when I do that. Let me point this down a little bit. And we'll watch the amp draw going up to high. Here's a startup sound on high. Here's medium. and here's low.